Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is IQ. I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'll be going over how to mark up charts. I know I have been getting a lot of questions, a lot of comments, and different things of that nature of how do I mark up my charts? What do I look for? How do I start? So this is a step-by-step guide to exactly how I mark up my charts. Do not think anything other, but follow these steps. Also, these instructions, these step-by-steps will be in a text form down below, in a note form down below, so you guys can follow, and also you guys can constantly rewatch these videos. Also, I will leave something special for you guys, which will be a indicator that I use to also help me mark up the charts, unless if, in case I'm unsure or anything like that. So the first thing first, let me just go over the first thing. First thing first, you're never repeat. Do not, I'm not trying to overcomplicate this, because trading, when normal people hear trading, or people that's not new, just new to trading in general, when they hear trading or trading the market, foreign exchange market, stocks, FTC, all this different stuff, they're like, man, you must be really smart with numbers. You must be a mathematician or anything like that. No, that's not true. Well, a little, but let me just simplify it for you. So this is exactly how I mark up my chart. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're on the 4 hour time frame. Why the 4 hour? Because the 4 hour just looks more developed. And all the other smaller time frames, like the 1 hour, the 5 minute, the 1 minute, the 30, 15, they follow the higher time frames. What are the higher time frames? Follow me, family. The higher time frames are the 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly. Those are the higher ones. So, for example, you see how clean this looks? This is the 4 hour. Now, let's, for example, we go down to the 5 minute chart. If I go down to the 5 minute chart, you're going to see right here that it looks completely just all over the place. Like, you can't even mark anything up. You don't even know which direction is going. Hi, I know you don't know which direction is going. Let's just mark up the highs and lows for you. Just follow me, family. Or you just follow me. So high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Boom, 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 boom. It's too much going on. It's so much noise, so much chaos. You do not know where to trade, where to go. Now let me do this, and I'm gonna drag it here. How do you know when to place a trade? How do you know when to get in? I literally just followed the trend, or followed the lines. All these candlesticks, that's all I did was just mark them up. How do you know when to get in a trade? You don't know what the hell is going on. Let's be honest, cut the bullshit. We don't know what the hell is going on. When are you gonna enter a trade? You don't know where. So this is why we go to the higher time frames. Like, let me go to the back to the 4 hour. It looks more complete because it is more complete. The lower time frames follow the higher time frames. Okay, are you following me? Do not oversimplify it. Do not, just follow me. The lower time frames follow the higher time frames. Okay, so we're gonna go to the 4 hour because it just looks more cleaner. Even the 1 hour looks more cleaner than the 5 minute I just showed you. So let me go to the 1 hour. Even the 1 hour looks more complete and full. You see how you can just tell like which direction the market is going, which direction it wants to go, where's your support, where's your resistance. It looks more cleaner. And one more example, I can even go down to the 1 minute. The 1 minute is all over the place. See how much noise it is? You don't know what the fuck is going on. You're gonna confuse yourself. You're gonna be marking, you don't have lines everywhere. You're gonna have lines here. You don't have lines there. Like, you don't, this shit gonna look like a fucking graph. Like, we're not gonna do that. We finna simplify train, okay? Just follow me. So let's go back to the 4 hour. And let me know if I'm speaking too fast for y'all, but this is really simple because man, I'm telling you, shit was confusing as fuck when I got to trading when I was like 15. Like, all these Fibonacci candles and all this icy, like, I'm not, let me be quiet. I'm not gonna get into it. But boom. So the first thing you want to do is go to the 4 hour or any higher time frame because it's just a lot cleaner to look at. So once you're on a 4 hour time frame, the first thing I'm gonna do, the first thing that I do, follow me step by step. This will be down below. My step by step exactly how I mark up these charts. You're going to mark the very high, the highest high in the market, which is here. We can obviously see this is the highest high in the market. And then you're gonna mark it the lowest in the market, which is obviously here. Okay. Now after that, you're gonna mark the higher highs and higher lows. Okay, there's another video in the school community that show you guys how to identify the higher highs and higher lows. But let me show you guys right here while I'm at it. So the higher highs, higher lows. Okay, here I'll mark here. I'll mark here. I'll mark here. And I'll even mark here. Okay, boom. Now we have marked our higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, and lower lows. Okay. Now what we're going to do is try to spot the support or the resistance. What is a support and resistance? There's another video on that. It's super easy to identify. Basically just a level where price is rejecting from. Okay, so hypothetically, let's move here to empty space. If this is a support or a resistance, price is rejecting this level heavily. So you'll see something like this. It's not going below here, which is a support. Now for resistance, it's the opposite. It would be something like this. Price is not breaking above the level. A support, like, it's just that simple, okay? It's a area, not a line. Repeat, not a line. Price don't give a fuck about a line. Price can do whatever it want to. It can twerk on this line. It does not matter, okay? Support and resistance is an entire area where price is rejecting and just consolidating in. If you don't know what consolidating is, you can quick Google search. I'm not going to make an entire video on that. That is very self-explanatory. It's where price is basically just not going anywhere. It's not making any big movement to the outbreak of the upside or the downside. It's just where just price is just bouncing up and down in the resistance or the support area. That is consolidation, okay? So now that we know that and we understand that, let's come back here. Where is price rejecting? An area, not a line, an area. So obviously, let me go here. We see price bounce here, price bounce here, price bounce here, price bounce here, here. Okay, so boom. So what I'm going to do is take a rectangular box. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to drag it all the way over because this is an entire area where price is rejecting it. Okay, and once this is complete, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about, and it's going to be so obvious. It makes it even better because there's a higher low here too. Now we have this marked up. Now we have our high in the market, which is this orange circle here. We have our low in the market, which is this orange circle here. We have our higher lows. We have our higher highs. Okay. We have our support and resistance. This is very self-explanatory. Now, if you follow the other videos in this school community about, okay, entries and stuff like that, how do I look for a buy? How do I look for a sell? But just not to confuse you guys, I'm going to go over this from the top again because this is very simple. And also, let me show you guys this indicator that I use just to verify that I know what I'm talking about. There's this indicator that basically marks up highs and lows for you. Okay. Oh, it's not that one. Shoot, what am I doing? Let me remove that. I don't know why it's still up there. Is this one right here? You see how it has higher low, low, lower high, higher high. You see how everything we marked follows this indicator? This is an AI tool that literally marks up all the higher lows, the low in the market, the high in the market for you. You don't want to do it for you. You just want it to be a confirmation. Follow me. You don't want anything to do it for you because let's say out of nowhere, there's just the indicator just get deleted by the user or the owner that created it. You want to be able to spot this without it. You see how I did it without the indicator, and I just went back over with the indicator to verify that I'm marking up their correct levels. You see how I marked here, in this entire support area, this higher low, this lower high, this higher high. You see how I marked that? Okay, boom. Now let's remove the indicator. So this is clear. So let's take it from the top so you guys are not confused. The very first thing you want to do, okay, is go to the higher time frames. I don't give a fuck if it's the hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, or 4 hour. Okay. And you're going to find the high in the market. You're going to find the low in the market. Once you do that, you're going to identify and you're going to mark up your higher lows, your higher highs, your lower highs, and your lower lows, which are these lines here. You're going to mark up those. Then you're going to mark up your support or your resistance area. Support or resistance area, not a line. Because I see a lot of people be like, oh, it needs to just tap this line or break buzzers. It can twerk. It can do whatever it wants to within this entire area here. Like, let's zoom in because let's not complicate this. If this was just a line, I just put a line here. And it's like, oh, I'm just going to take a buy or sell here once it taps this line. Like, bro, it's literally just in this entire area just bouncing off, whether it's a buy, whether it's a sell. You can't just go off a line. So once you mark your support and your resistance, then you want to verify yourself with an indicator. I don't give a fuck which indicator that is. That can be a high or low indicator. That can be a support resistance indicator. By the way, I actually have that too. I actually have a support and resistance indicator right here. And I'll drop that down below for you guys as well. Oh, I didn't pay my thing. Looks complicated, but you get the gist of it. It marked all the areas. It marked the support. It marked everything for us. But let's not confuse you guys. Let's just keep it basic. So once again, I do not want these videos to be long because trading is so simple. You're going to go to the higher time frame, preferably the 4 hour because the 4 hour is the more complete and it looks cleaner. It's not complicated. You will see a bunch of candlesticks everywhere. You're going to go to the 4 hour. I'm going to repeat this one last time before we go into the next video. You're going to go to the 4 hour. You're going to mark the high in the market, which is here. You mark the low in the market, which is here. Then you're going to mark up your higher highs and your higher lows. Your higher high, your higher low, lower highs and lower highs. And that's what you're going to mark. Then you're going to mark your support and your resistance. You're going to identify and find that. Once you do that, it is very easy to understand where price is going to go. Okay. So if you've been following all the other videos in this community, you're going to realize, okay, now I have this. The chart is not complicated. It is simple. Meaning, if I wanted to sell, what do I look for? If I wanted to buy, what do I look for? It is very straightforward from here. Okay. And this is how you mark up your charts. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to DM me. Don't be afraid to ask any other trader that's in the community that's trying to, like, I want this community to be a family of you guys just constantly talking to each other, communicating, trying to learn how to trade together, because trading is easy. I do not want you guys to like just complicated. This is very simple. I cannot make this more simple than what it already is. You see how clean my chart looks? Somebody will like literally be like, oh my God, his charts are so clean. How your charts look so easy. Like this is how I literally just gave you a step by step of what I look for. By the way, this is a new week on gold. The market is closed right now. This is a new week on gold. This is exactly how I mark up. I already know if I wanted to get to buy, what I look for. If I wanted to sell, what I look for, because I'm just going off this right here. This is so simple. If I want to get to a sell, I would look for price to do something like this. You see what I mean? Super simple.